full stack project using Cursor. Just for the UI part, we feel that Google AI Studio is really better. There is a problem set and I can see 4 problems over here. If I click on to some, there is a create problem feature now. This is the Next.js front-end application and this is the Node.js Express backend. There are all the problems over here. If I check history, I can see 2 compilation errors. So you can see 3 submissions over here. I can also search the name. I can also search categories. If I am searching binary search, you can see all the binary search questions on top. And if I search recursion, so search by category, I can also search hard. It is also giving me autocomplete. This is like a proper LeetCode feel. This is nice. So I shift it to Java and I go to this so I can see.
Nice.
Right. Production ready.
Hi guys.
We are going to be vibe coding LeetCode today.
And generally vibe coding videos I have seen on YouTube, they tend to make generally to-do apps or travel itinerary. So I thought let's build something complex, right?
To-do app is something that you should not make as a project any which way, not just using vibe coding. You should be building complex applications. So in vibe coding, to really test the possibilities out there, we should be building something that we use on a daily basis. I think all software engineers have used LeetCode. It's a good application to try it.
LeetCode, I think every software developer would have used sometime.
Correct. So let's get started. So we are going to be building the full stack project using Cursor. But just for the UI part, we feel that Google AI Studio is really better at that. So Cursor kind of struggles over there, although it is really good at building like full stack backend plus front-end projects. So we are going to be starting with Google AI Studio, build the UI, and then download that code and move to Cursor.
Yeah, and also with my experience, I've sometimes feel that Lovable also does a good job in building a UI, but the free version doesn't let you download the code. So it may be in the premium version you will get it. But yeah, with Google AI Studio is good enough.
Is good enough. So let's get started. So you can see that I am at aistudio.google.com. So I'm going to go to build and start writing my prompt over here. I have the LeetCode problem set open. So I'm going to give the link for the reference.
So just for the reference, we will not be building the whole LeetCode like experience, but the main part where you can go to a problem, code it out and check whether all the test cases are running or not.
Simple prompt that this is the link and the problem should appear in a list, and on clicking the user should be able to write the code on the right side in different languages. The problem description will be on the left side and the user should be able to run and submit the solution. So let's just get started with the simple prompt.
Let's start with a simple prompt, then we can code it out later. So let's see how it behaves at the beginning. Okay, it's defining the scope.
Integrating the code editor. So it is already analyzing the errors also.
It is good part, like it also analyzes what error it has done and it is trying to solve automatically.
So it is giving the illusion of thinking.
It's not illusion of thinking, it is thinking, token wise.
So it's calling welcome to Gemini Code. To run and verify your code solutions using advanced Gemini API models, please select a valid Google Cloud API key. So I just clicked on reset. I did not create any key. So right now it is giving like this. So there is a problem set and I can see 4 problems over here. If I click on to some, nice. So I can see the description over here and I can write the code also. Okay, can we write in different languages? Yes.
Can you try C++ and check whether it does run the solution?
Okay, so suppose I'm just going to return XYZ for now, like 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And let's see if it's going to run. Okay, so there is run and submit button. I'm not writing any code, I'm just saying. Okay, so there is compilation error. Okay, all right, not bad.
It looks fine.
That's actually very
Yeah.
good for the starting, right?
Yes.
What other problems has it added? Add two numbers, valid parenthesis. Okay, add two numbers is medium, and median of two sorted arrays is hard. Okay, nice. Should we ask to add more questions than over here, or
Yeah, we can ask.
to add more questions?
Yeah.
So should we focus on a particular category right now? Like for example, I can focus on recursion problems and ask it to add more recursion problems or something like that.
Yeah, I mean any problem. I want to see more list. And what other thing I wanted to say is once you go here, the main thing I wanted to say is whether it actually runs the problem, means whatever the solution I'm giving, whether it is actually able to run the code or not.
Okay, so we'll
Let's
ask
try
it to add a few more questions and then we will try 2-3 questions after that.
Okay.
And we can see that status is marked for 2 of them. So I don't know why that is there and how can we unmark it, but all right. So I'm going to ask it to add 20 more questions. Okay, by the time it is running, we can check the code as well. So we can see in terms of the code, it has given Gemini service.ts, which is like the service code. Can I not view? I can view the code from here.
Yeah, you can go to code.
Right. So I can go to metadata is this.
This is problem list, no?
Yes. The most time it took was to make workspace.tx. And where is it keeping all the data, like all the problems
Check
list and all?
constant. What is in constant?
So these are the languages. So here where it is keeping the mock problems.
Yes.
So this is the two-sum problem. And then there are examples and constraints on all of this. But it should also have test cases for submission as well as for running. So there are examples in starter code over here. But how many problems are there?
It is still doing, no? You have told to add
Yes,
20
yes.
questions.
So this is the second one, the third one, as well as the fourth one. Right now there are only these 4. So it is going to add to this. And this is Gemini service.ts. So you can see it is creating the client, basically the prompt. And this is the entire prompt that you are a code execution judge and compiler for a LeetCode Lite platform. So I like the fact that we gave a very short prompt. And then first thing I did was it created like a bigger prompt or more,
by itself.
a better
So
prompt by
what I
itself.
understood from this is, so whatever the code that we'll be writing, it will take that code and it will ask the Gemini to execute it. So it's not some proper code execution environment that is getting created.
Correct. So I had open constants.ts, so I can see that it is now generating more problems. So these 4 were already there. I can actually see it being generated. So this is the third one, the valid parenthesis. And this is the fourth one, the median of 2 sorted arrays. This is one of the most famous videos of my YouTube channel, median of 2 sorted arrays. Okay, so Fibonacci number, because I had asked of the category recursive. Fibonacci house robber again for the dynamic programming, medium level question.
Let it generate.
So we can see it just finished. It has generated some 24 questions in general.
See
so
the
if I again go to preview, okay, I'm going to reset. And here you can see the 24 questions
nice.
over here, all of them. Should we try running one of the questions and see
Yes.
quickly? So Fibonacci number is like a very common question. So let's write maybe in Python and we can see this, right? So what I'm going to do right now is basically just write a very simple recursive solution for now, okay? Okay, this is weird. I'm seeing it for the first time in the editor that it is coming like this.
Okay.
Okay, let's run. Also things like autocomplete and all, but those are like next level of features, so it's fine. So let's see if it is judging or not. So I did not see any test cases, and where is it giving the test cases? So what is the error? So those things are not there, right?
Yes.
So I can ask that where can I see the test cases that are failing, and like which test cases have you even
the
written?
thing is it is only creating the front end part. So whatever
Correct.
the front end that can happen, and anything logical part, like whatever the code execution that is happening, it is just taking the whole thing and just putting it to the Gemini.
Correct.
So I think better would be to take this front end code and take it to 𝐶𝐤 and then properly build the front end and back end part.
Correct. So at this moment, the decision that we have to make is, are we okay with this UI or do we have to make any changes in the UI?
What I was thinking is, just for the UI part, let's have a admin part where we'll be able to add the code by itself. Like an admin could just go and add the title and problem statement, so that others could add the questions and the users will be solving, they could see it in the list.
But for that you will need like sign in as user, sign in as
That
admin
is
as
okay.
well.
Just when somebody clicks admin part or just the add question part, he will be given a proper UI to just add the questions.
So for now, let's keep it simple and let users also have the option of adding questions.
Yes.
Let's now just keep it simple.
It is for everyone.
Okay. There is a create problem feature now. So when I do this, I can add a title category. Nice. So in category, I would have preferred options, but all right. So easy, medium, hard. In description, we can give the description, the examples, the input, output, and the explanation.
Nice.
The constants as well as this.
Starter code. Nice,
but,
very nice.
So when I say examples, are these the test cases it will run? So what about the test cases?
Test cases.
To the run
example is something that you have seen, no?
That in the description itself that comes, no? So shouldn't it add some test cases to be able to run? So should I ask over here or will we do that in cursor?
You can ask it here only, so that it comes in UI only.
In UI part itself. I like how it has taken care of deletion and things as well.
Is it working?
So if I add and delete, so should I try now?
Or let it work first?
Let us finish it and then we'll try.
Okay, try to create.
And now I can see test cases. These test cases are used
to
validate user solution.
So that people cannot see this.
Right. So this is nice actually. So should we try adding a solution and see whether it actually adds or not?
Okay.
So when I add in terms of code, I should be able to see it in the constants, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It should get added over here, right? So I can see there are 24 right now. So when I try adding a question, does it really add it over there or not? So maybe I will add Fibonacci, so they have already given Fibonacci, I can add Fibonacci. Actually, I can just copy paste from here itself, right?
Yeah.
So let me search Fibonacci from here and search. So I'm picking this question, triangle, going to copy it. It's not letting me copy, okay. And let's pick the description. Let's pick the examples. So categories, this comes under?
Medium.
No, the topics. Okay. So here if we see, there can also be multiple topics. So has it allowed multiple topics or not? Like this comes under array as well as dynamic programming, right? So let's see that. And in examples, so I have to give input, output and the explanation separately. So this is the input. But in the explanation part, say it is all coming in one line. So
that's fine for now.
Yeah, but all right. So little things, but. And what if I delete a constraint and add one more? So suppose if I delete this, add.
Deleted.
So cool. All right. Even test case I can add like this. So I'm not adding any test cases for now, keeping it simple. And starter code, okay, so this is the starter code. So that is also good actually. So how do you want to start? And that we can give in different languages also, which is pretty decent that, this is the function that you're supposed to finish, right? So I'm going to save the problem. Please fill in the required fields. Type in
Category you have not given.
Okay.
Give array.
Okay, so if I go to code, here it has not added.
But is it showing in the problem there in the UI?
Yes.
Showing, no?
So, but from where did it add in the code part?
I think at this point of time, let's move into cursor. What do you think?
Yeah, we can, but I'm just curious about where it added.
Okay.
So this is the add problem part, right? So when it actually ran, where did it add the part?
Just check.
So if I restart, the problem should not disappear, right?
Yep, it should not. But I'm not sure whether it keeps the state or not right now.
Yeah. So I don't know if the logic was correct or not. Handle add problem basically.
That's fine. I think let's move.
So if I restart now, can I try?
Let's download the code.
Okay. If I reload the app, can I try if the problem is not there? I just want to try that.
Fine.
So if I reload the app, go over here, the question is not there.
Okay.
So the functionality was not really introduced. So it was there in the UI perspective.
Yes.
So I think that was the reason we were actually telling, right? So Google AI Studio is really good when it comes to UI part, but it not add the logic that the question should actually get added. All right. So now we are going to download the code and move to cursor.
Yes.
So to download the code, if I go to download app, I have downloaded the zip, right? So this is my zipped Gemini code. I'm going to unzip it. And once I have that, I'm going to go to the terminal and type cursor dot.
So it opens that whole code base in cursor.
So we have the entire code base over here and we can get started with writing our prompt over here. So this is the code that we wrote in Gemini. So right now my prompt is very simple, that structure the code properly. Basically, I don't want any changes in the functionality or the UI. I'm just going to structure it properly so that we can get started working with it more.
Yeah. So now the code will be in front-end, back-end part. Front-end will be in Next.js and the back-end will be go in Node.js. So right now, if you see the code what Gemini has given, it is all in HTML, simple TypeScript and HTML. So it has finished. Now, how do we run it? We can just look at README and try to understand what it's trying to say. That how can we do the setup and how can we run? Okay, I'm going to click on keep all the files, and we could also make some changes, but for now I'm just keeping all the files as it is. And let's check the product structure. So it is explaining that this is the Next.js front-end application and this is the Node.js Express backend, right? And we'll have to obviously set both the things and run everything. So these are the features: problem management, code editor, AI-powered judging, nice, multiple languages. So it supports all of this. These are the prerequisites. I already have that. I've copied the Gemini API key. And now to be able to, let's just follow these steps and quickly set it up. So I'm just going to go to the terminal. But all the steps has been nicely laid out, no?
Yeah, these steps are really properly laid out. So I'm just going to go to the backend. So we can see there's a backend folder that is in what we are going. So there must be a package.json. So basically all the packages need to be installed, right? So I'm just going to go into the backend and install.
Have you done keep all? Because it is showing some green in other files also. See. So what you can do is
keep all instead of doing the keep again and again. Let me just see.
Side. Go above. Keep all. Yeah.
So I'm going to do keep all. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to go back to README. I have installed, and now I need to create .env file that I can create by copying the .env.example. So that's very cool. It has created an example file that I can just copy and create env for. Oh, so there is no .env.example. That's what I was seeing, that I can't see it somewhere over here.
Create no .env.
Yeah, I'll create one. And I have to put the Gemini API key. I have added the Gemini API key and I am adding the port. And now we are ready to run our backend server. So the server is now running over here, but let's set the front end as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to go to a new terminal.
cd frontend npm install. Yes.
I again need .env, but this time .env.local. So that is supposed to be in the front end. See, I think you do need some basic understanding of project structure and all to be able to do all of this. If you don't have that, then some people might get lost. Like if you have never done it yourself, you might get lost. So for front end, basically, you have to configure that where is the backend running, right? So that's what I'm doing over here, that in the front end env, I'm telling that this is where the backend is running. And I'm going to start my front end. And now it is running. So now let's try going to this.
Let's see if it works in one go.
Okay, so I can see some problems, but interestingly, there are only 3 problems. That is the first thing that I'm noticing. So
check in the constants.
There was constants dot. Okay, so I can see problem list over here. And if I make it slightly small, let me just see all the problems for now. So let's check out constants, and we can see mock problems, and I can see a list of the problems. So there are 1, 2, 3. There are a lot of questions over here.
How many are there?
There are 24. All the questions are there.
All 24.
Yeah, it is not showing all the 24, and it is giving total is 3.
Is it working?
What is working?
Go inside the problem.
Okay, I'm going to go inside the problem.
Okay.
But where are the rest of the problems? That is the first thing that I'm wondering.
That we need to check.
Should I ask it in the chat?
Yeah. We cannot see all the 24 problems.
So I'm literally chatting that I can see only 3 problems. What is it?
You have become manager now.
Yes. So it is saying that the backend has 3 problems. So now it is copying all the 24 from the front end constants to the backend. So in the backend, it has kept the problem somewhere else also. Okay, so I can see a problem list over here as well. In the source code services.
Go to data.
Okay, so data problems.ts. Okay. So there were only 3 problems over here. Now it is going to copy from constants.ts to the backend. But why did it not copy earlier itself? Which is fine. Yeah. So it has made the changes. I'm just going to keep all the changes over here. And let's just go back. And so I can see all the 24 problems here, right? So that's pretty cool. And should we try writing a code?
We can. Let's see.
Let's try running a code. Let's see that is it working properly or not. So I'm just seeing the different questions that are there. Let's take a simple question for now. Is Fibonacci there? Yes. So let's take a simple question. Going to be writing in Python. And I'm just going to return mistake here. Okay, let's try running it. So runtime error, 0 test cases pass. I can see API key not found because it is trying to run using Gemini.
But we have given, no?
We have given the API key, so let's see what is the problem.
We don't have to see what was the problem.
We'll just tell that, okay, this is the problem. This is the error message that I'm getting on running any problem. So let's put that over here. So if we just check the env once more, so you can see I have it over here, right? In the backend, I have Gemini API key, which is what it had asked to put. Okay, so let's try running it. I'm going to keep all. It is saying the env file is in the backend directory, the variable no spaces around Gemini API key. That is what is there. You have restarted the backend after making all. So okay, let's just restart once. I can see that there was an error in the backend. Cannot find package.env. Should I just install once more?
Yes, it has given you to install once more.
Okay, it asked me to install once more anyway. Okay, cool. So now let's try running it once. So this is where the backend is running. This is where the front end is running. I don't need to rerun the front end, but okay. Let's come here. I'm going to copy this so that I don't have to keep writing it again and again. The same error. Let's go back.
Check the backend.
So in the backend, I can see API key not found. If I check in this, the .env is at the level of backend itself. Oh no, it is outside.
Oh, is it?
So I did this mistake that my .env. So if I see like this, it was outside. So that was my mistake. Sorry about that. Let me just move it here. I am moving it there. Now let me restart. So these kind of mistakes everyone can do, I guess. Just rerun it once more. Let's try running our code.
Hopefully it runs. Okay, compilation.
So there is compilation error. The API key problem is now gone. Let's come over here.
That is cool. That is means thing is working. Your gave some problem with the code.
Yes. So should I give this? Okay, I'm going to keep the changes. Rerun our backend. Rerun the front end. And let's try once more.
Okay. Ask him to check for the latest documentation. Maybe it might be looking for the old documentation.
Right. Okay, I'm going to keep the response, keep the changes, log to see what happens. Okay, let's see. Okay, so current quota for Gemini is that. So we have exceeded the quota for Gemini. So let's try using OpenAI
Let's use
instead.
OpenAI. No, we already have taken the premium.
So I'm just going to tell that I want to move to OpenAI from Gemini. So now it has installed OpenAI. So it has put it in the package.
It is removed GenAI. मतलब
Yeah.
Google का GenAI.
Yeah. So it has deleted Gemini service.ts.
Updating README.
In the README it is telling that in the .env also you should change, which is nice. I'll just copy the key and keep it. I'm going to keep all the changes, and I have to update OpenAI API key. So I'm going to go to my .env and put OpenAI API key over here, because I've bought the credits for the OpenAI, so I am hoping to not run into all of these problems now. I'm just going to run the install again because now we need OpenAI. It is also telling the steps that need to be done, which is pretty good.
That is a good thing. It tells everything. Okay, do this, do this, do this.
Yeah, so this part at least beginners can also follow. I'm just going to copy the code, run this again. I don't like that it keeps resetting to JavaScript.
We'll change it.
Yeah. I'm going to run it now. Okay, I think for the first time it is judging the solution. But AI feedback, the method fib should be called with self.fib. Okay, great. Nice. So let's do this. Let's run it again. Oh, nice. So the time it took, the memory it took, the code correctly implements Fibonacci. The input for the last test case was valid. Output. How many test cases ran? 20.
But did it add 20 test cases? I'm not sure.
Where can I see the test cases? Can I ask over here? Where can I see the test cases?
Or you can also, if you are just asking, you can go to this just ask mode so that it doesn't change your code.
So I'm in the ask mode, asking where are the test cases that I can see. So in problems, I could not see the test cases. So I'm wondering where it is. I don't like it is better to ask.
I did not see any test case. Maybe what it had done, no, it had gone to OpenAI. OpenAI would have generated the test cases itself and would have run and then giving you the feedback.
Okay.
That is what.
Checking where the test cases and how they are added. So it first explored the files. So the test cases are added in two places. When creating a new problem via the UI, we can add the test cases, which is fine. Manually in the backend data files, it is saying in problems.ts. I can see, so it is saying test cases should be there in problems.ts, but I did not find anywhere. So I can't see it anywhere.
No, it is telling that to add test cases.
Okay, to add test cases. Okay, to add test cases, you have to do like this. How test cases are used? So when the code is submitted, the AI service, which is the AI service.ts, checks if the problem.test cases exist. If they exist, then the AI judge runs the code. If no test cases, AI simulates running against hidden test cases. Okay, so they don't have any test cases defined, so the AI simulation test cases run. To use actual test cases, add them to the problem objects. Should I add test cases to some of the problems? Should I ask it to add?
Let's do one thing. Let's do something interesting. So right now, whatever is happening locally, right?
If the data is in local.
So let's add some state also and let's try to add in the database. Let's add a database to our whole project.
We will configure MongoDB and we will tell it that we want to store all the problems, and we'll also ask it to generate the test cases and store in the MongoDB itself.
Yes. So everything which is happening till now from our local, it should happen that the server should go to the DB and fetch everything and then put it on the front end.
Cool. So for the further steps, we are going to change from the ask mode to the plan mode. And let's put some extra features now and let's ask it to plan properly and give us these steps, right?
So let's try to create a full-fledged LeetCode.
Right.
Right.
I'm going to mention that there are going to be two types of users. I'm going to add the user management now. Anything else?
Right now we can start with this. Let's build till this much and then we'll do further.
Okay, so for now I have given 3 points. There should be two types of users. The users are going to actually write the code and use LeetCode, and the admins will be able to add the questions. Then I am going to integrate MongoDB to store all the info, which is the user info as well as the problems. And then I also want to store the past submissions by the users in the MongoDB. Future of coding. Okay, so it is asking what authentication method do I prefer, JWT tokens or session based? Should I keep it session based for now? Keep it simple.
Using express session or local storage, what should admin be created initially? Send script default admin on manual creation through API. What to do? I think JW token it will just rely on simple. I think I'll use this. Let's start with this. How should admin users be created initially? Seed script with default admin account. Manual creation through API database. I'll do this.
Okay. But I like the three options also, that the first registered user becomes the
I can
admin.
directly click here and choose that
Yeah,
option.
yeah. I'm really loving this, that it is giving me the options,
Yes.
the question answers.
Instead of assuming itself, it is giving, that is very good. So now it will not write the code right now. It will first plan everything. Okay, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing this.
So this is the plan that it is making. The overview is to transform the current app into a proper LeetCode app. And the backend changes are that there is a DB setup that has to be done. And the environment variables need to be updated. And then the DB models. So it is creating the models
So what
also.
I'm saying is that till the time it is doing this, let's create that DB.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. It is also giving that, okay, it has now done the planning. I can basically start to build. Should I start to build?
Yeah.
So
it has 25 to-dos.
yeah, so we could have actually gone through the plans and told that, okay, this is what I want to do. So it has now started running all the to-dos one by one. So what I've created next is
So these are already created, I think.
Okay, so these things are already done and now it is basically doing this. Okay, so it is also showing the previous to-dos, previous planning and did.
Yeah.
And now this is where it is starting now. So it is stalling MongoDB dependencies, creating the
I think
DB
let's
configuration
let it do the work. We should
Yes.
create the MongoDB.
So we are in MongoDB. We are going to create a new project. I'm going to go to create deployment. It has now created a cluster. This is the username password that I need to copy. I'm going to just save it somewhere. So I'm going to choose a connection method.
Create a database user.
So I've created one cluster. Let's go back and see what is happening over here. So I think it is almost done. It is just refactoring the app now. So it created the Mongoose model, submitted the model, JWT authentication routes. Pretty cool.
That's live, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to keep all the changes.
Now see what we need to do.
So it is telling the next steps as well. So this is what it has done. So I need to go to the backend and install again. So I'm going to go to the backend, do npmi, and I need to set up the MongoDB variable. So I need to go to .env and set up the Mongo URI. So I'm going to copy Mongo this, and I also need to add JWT secret. I have my URI now, and I need the JWT secret. I'm going to add any random string for now, and OpenAI key is set, and now it is asking to run migration.
Yes. Because it will create those documents and all, I guess.
Yeah.
So whatever the questions and all were in the local, that it will take it and put it there.
This is nice. So let's see what it migrated. So basically it migrated all the, it connected to MongoDB, no admin user found right now. And then it is telling that, okay, you can basically set.
So it created itself some default admin.
Yeah, correct. And it migrated all the problems, which is nice. And we're going to run the backend, run the front end. I think we are ready to try it out now.
Okay.
Nice. So we can sign up and
Let's see if it works. Keerti@educosis.com.
Okay. This is a random mail ID. This is not my ID, guys.
And don't send mail to this.
Yeah, this is not my mail ID.
Okay, so you signed up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keerti is written.
So this is the users, not admin. As I can see, I do not have the option to create and all.
But did it give anywhere कि you can be admin? How will I log in as admin?
I think it created one admin by default, but that will be in database. So if I want to go and check my data also, I can actually do that. So let's go to clusters and let's browse the corrections. And let's look at the data. So here we can see that there are all the problems over here. So I didn't have to do all of this, right? So it basically added all of this. It's very nice. It's very cool.
Check the users.
The submissions and users. So I just created Keerti and there is admin. So I
role
can
is admin,
see. Yeah. And I can see that this is the
admin at the
email and
So
password.
if we log in with this, we become admin.
Yeah, I should be able to create more problems. And I have submissions also. So should I try submitting something and see that the submission is created and it is happening properly?
Yes.
So let's go back to our favorite one because I don't want to spend time writing the code. I can also try writing one good code after some time, but for now,
I mean, that is fine. We can.
is there any search? There is no search right now.
We'll add this also.
Yeah, that I should be able to search for a problem.
Don't worry, we'll clone the full LeetCode.
So okay, so there is some mistake.
Okay, let's copy this.
Yeah, I'm just going to copy the
Take
error.
a screenshot and give it.
I know you love taking
fine.
screenshots, but right now I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not even telling where I'm getting the issue. I'm hoping it should be able to understand.
I mean, why should we work?
Yeah, why should we even do that? So the error is coming here also. So it's in problem workspace.tsx. Okay, I have kept all the changes and I am going to basically rerun to see everything is working fine. And no problem in the backend, I think, so I'm not going to rerun backend.
Did it tell to not run? Like, what did it say?
The problem was only in the front end, so
Okay.
let's see. Okay, so it opened at least. Let's just quickly write this.
We need to correct this also. N less than equal.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
But I think this will do it last.
Last of our problems.
Yeah.
Also, small things like, the color is for the code. That gives more of a feel.
Yes, that also will solve.
Okay, so I can see, and I can see one history tab here. So I can
Write
see
one
something
more code,
was
write a wrong
test
code and
cases.
see if it keeps the history.
So let's remove the self over here. And instead of, so it should not run also like this.
Should give error.
Right,
Okay.
but can I submit this? So what is going to happen? So I'm going to get an error.
And now check history.
Okay, so if I check history, I can see two compilation errors. So
Yes.
it is not just storing the submissions, it's also storing the
All
run.
the history.
Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's go to submissions. So you can see 3 submissions over here and all 3. So is there any user? So there is user ID. So I can see user ID is same. Right. User ID is same for these 2 guys. This is also same. Okay. So user ID is same for all 3 and I can also see the code. So the code that was submitted. So here you can see
MongoDB is good use case to store such kind of
Correct.
So it was a good use case to use MongoDB.
Right. So that is nice. So should I try one more question or what do you want? Let's add the search feature for now. Let's
do 2 things.
Okay.
One, add the search feature, correct. And let's what you were saying, no, editor feature, you should have proper color and all.
Correct.
So these 2 things we can add.
So I'll go to the plan and
Yeah.
should I also ask it to add more questions?
Itself.
It can do, right?
Okay.
We'll ask it to add maybe 10 more, maybe binary search questions or something like that. Should I also ask it to store which was the last language the user was using?
Yes.
so that if Python was selected, it should already keep the Python. So basically, if the user opens any problem at all, that should be the default language. So if I am doing in Python, it should be. If I am doing in C++, that should be the default one. So I'm just going to view the plan over here. So it is searching the questions feature, problem list component. It is adding the search input field at the top, client-side filtering by title, category, and difficulty, which is nice that it is thinking the different search. Show filtered results in real time, add clear search button. That is also good. So it is going to add the state as well as the filter logic. This is so cool. So it is going to make it case insensitive. It is also thinking of all the use cases. It is going to search across these fields. And then the enhanced code editor. So it's going to install a code editor library, which is cool.
Okay, nice.
It is going to give problem workspace component, replace text area with the editor component.
Proper editor it is replacing.
Yes.
Yeah. So nice.
Configure syntax highlighting for each language, add language specific indentation, improve editor styling and UX, which is nice. So this is the dependency it is going to install. So for that, I'll have to basically install again. So it has given the entire plan. The next steps.
Build.
Okay, I need to give build. Okay. So in implementation, it is going to configure the tab size in user language, preference storage.
So yeah, so anytime after the plan, no, anytime you think that I want to change something, you can change it here and then ask it to build.
Correct.
But which I am telling right now, so we are just vibing.
Yes, we are just vibing, we're just accepting everything. We could have also
But
made
this is a good
change
feature,
there.
it will tell you everything, and if you want to change something, you can change it there.
I mean, it is good that I usually do not have to change it. And if I want to change anything, I can tell it in the prompt itself also, right? So it is also adding 20 binary search problems, and it is going to run the migration script. So there is a migration script in the backend. I would love to see the script. Okay, I can see submission, submit, and all of that. So I can see
So
TSX scripts
migrate problems.ts.
Okay, so there is like scripts and then this. So it has these things
Let's
to do.
see if code, I'm more curious about how the code editor works, because now it is actually integrating the Monaco code editor, which is quite a famous code editor. So let's see.
Let's keep all the changes, and it is asking us to, in the front end we have to install as well as in the back end we have to install. So right now I'm in front end. So front end I'm installing for the editor. So in BMI, and in the back end also I have to not just install but also run the migrate. I don't have to install in the backend. I just have to migrate. It has skipped the ones that already exist, and then it has migrated the new ones. So you can see binary search and all of these questions. Nice, very cool. Okay, so it has migrated 19 problems and skipped 25 problems. Nice. Now I'm going to run the backend as well as the front end.
How is the front end?
I'm
now?
actually very excited. Okay, let's run this.
Do you remember your username password?
Yes. Okay, what happened?
Is it not running?
Disconnected. It is asking to build after
No.
this.
That is fine. That is fine.
Okay, I had to reload.
And see, you are already logged in also.
Oh,
So that
okay,
it
cool.
is story.
And I can search. So I can also search the name. I can also search categories. If I am searching binary search, you can see all the binary search questions on top.
Oh, nice.
And if I search recursion, so
Search
search by
hard.
category, I can also search hard.
Oh,
I
very
would have
nice.
liked so it is like I have to type. I could have also had like a drop down for search for all of this, but this is also
This
good
is,
enough.
no, I like this actually.
Yeah.
One thing I am not understanding. One thing I'm not understanding is this green one. You have
By default, the
yeah,
status.
so next time we'll just fix this one also. So
Okay.
whatever the problems we have already done, that should only show green.
Only the successful submissions
Submissions should
should
show,
be
yeah.
green, but otherwise all of them should
Correct.
be. That is good.
But let's run it once.
Okay.
Check the code editor.
So let's go to our favorite simple question and let's try writing the code. Okay, so I can see more of an editor field right now, right? For basically all the languages.
Oh,
Let's write in C++.
okay.
Oh, so it is also giving me autocomplete. This is like a proper
Code editor.
LeetCode field. This is nice. This is very cool. So I'm going to run it. And also let's run it and see it in submissions that, okay,
Semicolon.
C++, sorry.
So this is also, it is giving compilation.
Yeah, okay. I also want to see that, okay, it is able to track submissions in different languages and show it. Okay, nice. So if I submit it now,
Nice.
very cool. Okay, let's try in Python just once.
See, now it is going.
Yeah, that is so much better. And if I go to the history, I can see that
In
this was
Python,
in
this
Python and this was in C++.
Now check that. Go to the problems and check whether it stores the last language or not. You have
Okay,
given, no?
okay. So I'll go to some other problem now.
Yes.
I'll suppose go to this and I can see Python.
Check
And
C++.
suppose I shift it to Java and I go to this, so I can see Java.
Nice.
Very cool. Let's just put the status part now.
Let's fix
Yeah,
this.
let's just fix that. Okay.
No need to plan this. Plan is for like
For some
bigger
really
plans.
bigger feature.
This is just
Okay.
the fix that we want.
Cool, cool. All right. If the submission failed, then it should be like that tried but failed. So in LeetCode, you must have seen that not tried and like that.
Okay. So different kind of status. So it is given gray will be not tried, yellow will be tried but failed. No, submission exists but not none accepted. Green check mark is failed. First.
So do I need to run anything now? Like, do I need to rerun?
I think so. Maybe this or let's try. Okay.
Let's see. So currently I can see only
Only
Fibonacci
Fibonacci,
is
yes.
green. Also, let's log out and create another user and see that it should not be green for any other
Correct,
user,
correct.
right? So let's try. Again, this is not the correct mail ID, guys. Just
Yes.
heads up. So here you can see nothing is green. Okay, right.
So the properly states are all properly
Yeah.
stored.
So states are working. This is working.
And it's your app.
Yeah, you can see 𝐻𝐸𝐶 versus LeetCode.
Okay.
This is really cool. So nice.
So I think it has turned out to be really well. I think we should really push this to a proper LeetCode. What do you say?
Yes. So now let's actually open LeetCode and see what are the features that we could have added. Like for example, the solutions part
yeah.
is something that I like, right? That we could add. Also things like
Problems is already there.
tag a particular company.
Company tags we can put. Okay, some problem with the company, we can search for the company tags also.
Add your favorites. That is something that is there in premium, but I guess we can also do.
Yes,
A
yes.
study plan. That
What
okay,
is
this
inside the
is.
study plan?
So if I go over here, that okay, the top 50 questions or the top 150 questions for the interview or challenges and so on. So adding these things will actually be super easy.
Yes.
There's nothing hard over here.
What about I do not see any leaderboard in LeetCode, but can we also put a leaderboard so everyone is solving problems, so you'll see a leaderboard who is at the top, who is at the, what do you say?
So there are contests and there is global
in the
ranking.
contest you are
So we can see this, but yeah, we can add something like that.
That should
Actually,
be
adding
cool.
these features will be very easy. I can definitely create something like LeetCode in a day itself. So this is very cool.
But let's do this.
Yes, guys, let us know if you would like us to add these extra features. Plus, what we really want to do is basically
So not just doing it locally and just for the simple purposes, like we really want to create a CI/CD pipeline,
deploy it
in
a
the
production ready application.
and then you can
right?
also use the same LeetCode what we have built. So
Correct.
just tell me whether you want to use our LeetCode or not.
So if you want to use it, we'll create a separate video where we actually create the CI/CD
Just the
pipeline.
part 2 of this video, the
Yes.
continuation of this video.
Put this into production so that you guys can also use it. So if that interests you, let us know and we would love to create an entire video on this, right?